So if you've been on the internet lately, you most probably have seen the viral video of a transgender man that is trying to breastfeed a baby. It is something that has shaped the world today, and this is also highlighting the issues that the LGBT has, as far as I'm concerned. Let's take a look at the video that I'm talking about.
Something's coming. Something's coming.
The first sound my baby makes is just, it feels earth-shattering. Like, if I weren't already sitting down, it would have me on my knees. But it felt really, really good to finally hear.
To give you the context, so he is a male now, but he's a biologically a woman, and her partner or his partner is a male that's now a female. We can see how this baby happened. Even though he looks like a male, and it was really weird to see this person that's a male now pregnant, So one thing I noticed while I was watching the video is that even though he's a male now, he seems to still have this woman's drive when you're giving birth. I mean, even though his partner is a female now, she still doesn't quite have the drive or the same reaction that a biological woman would have. So even though he's a man now, you can still see this, this obvious natural response he has over the child he's just given birth to.
He has been able to latch, but I've not been able to produce any milk. It's okay, because we're gonna supplement the feeding with formula so that my baby's still getting the nutrients that they need.
Now they're transgender. You can still see that the one that is a biological woman still behaves like a woman, and the one that is a biological a male still behaves like a father. So
I don't hear any crying, and that starts to raise the blood pressure. Like, I know I should be hearing them cry by now.
Come on, babe. Put them on me. You tell them I'm on their back. Roll them and rub them right their back. Come on, babe.
Yes, I forgot to mention that their baby is non-binary, whatever that is. And the transgender mother is insisting to breastfeed this baby, even though that is not possible. As far as I'm concerned, having to look at this, unfortunately, they don't quite care about the baby. She seems so desperate and caught up by this idea that I am the mother, thus the baby should suck on my nipples. Even though I am not a biological female, thus my breast will never produce milk. So what I observe is a little bit of desperation of the title that she's taken on, like I am the mother, thus, regardless if this baby needs now milk or not, or, the baby should suck on my nipples.
Oh, I put it over here. The baby has been able to latch, but I've not been able to produce any.
It's really mean for me to comment from having seen so many seconds of these people's lives, but nevertheless, I'm going to express what I think. Having seen that, is that basically this transgender woman seems really disappointed that she can't breastfeed. I don't see excitement exactly in her eyes. She really seems disappointed that she's not
Helpful. I appreciate you so much for all your work.
And I appreciate you also, baby. I couldn't have done it without you.
And obviously I cannot empathize with that. I don't know how it is to be a transgender, and I don't know how it is to be born in a wrong body. But what I want to say, that I'm not sure if this is healthy, let's say. It seems to me that perhaps this person is what hurt psychologically, if you will. There's some issues that have not been resolved, and like I said, I don't know other transgender people, how they are. If this is how you're normal, should be really disappointed that you can't breastfeed. I feel okay, it doesn't matter what I feel because that's not reality. I suspect that having seen other transgenders speaking about and the way they behave in the world, as far as I'm concerned, much healthier beings than the ones showing in this show, is that they basically know they're born in the wrong body, but at the same time they're realistic in what they could do with the body they have now, even though they are transgendered, even though they changed their gender. They don't seem to be deluded by the idea that they can ever breastfeed. They go on with their life with a different identity, identifying as the opposite gender, but they don't seem deluded. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if I explained myself right. So yeah, I just couldn't help but just take a look at it, and also realize that it's kind of unhealthy the way they are. It's kind of concerning what's going to happen with the baby, because the baby's called they call him they. It took me a while to realize why they're talking they. Do they have twins? But yeah, silly me, I didn't realize that there's a baby, there's a non-binary baby according to them, and it's really concerning because they've already decided something for the baby. And God, I can't imagine how it is to be raised by these two individuals. And an issue I really have with LGBT, and I don't think they're even LGBT, to be honest. As far as I'm concerned, they are really shaming people that, like I said, they're transgender or not, and they're minding their own business. And at this point in time, as far as I'm concerned, this is not about transgenders anymore. This is about individuals that have issues psychologically, and they have deluded themselves with a particular idea, or they just imagine how the world should be and how the world should accept or bend the rules, and evolution as well should bend the rules. If you ask me, they are not healthy individuals, but then who knows, I mean, basically that's all I had to say about the transgender that's trying to feed the baby with male nipples. Yeah, and unfortunately this is the world we live in, and it's really weird and unsettling sometimes, because like I said, we don't seem to think about the children, we don't seem to think about the well-being of children anymore. We just care about how it feels for us, and basically evolution should bend its rules because that's what we want. Anyway, that's it. See ya.